Sunday, the 22nd of March. It's a very historically, sociologically, psychologically, a very important day for all of us, especially Indians. The coronavirus fear has gripped the whole world. Different governments are responding to that with a sense of alacrity, a sense of alarm. As far as India is concerned, our Prime Minister has been doing a terrific job in terms of responding to the situation. Look at 2-3 things that the government has been doing. This was the government which for the first time announced that they are willing to bring in $10 million to provide a funding for the medical assistance required across the SAARC countries. I think that's a very bold, generous and a very positive step. The second thing is the domestic handling of the situation, where he has taken into confidence and collaboratively across the country implementing a series of steps which are very much required for curbing the spread of this corona danger. Many countries in the world have done this total clamping down, shutting down, curfew across cities, isolating people completely from coming together from social setting and situations. And that is the only way in which this virus can be dealt with effectively, because the more and more you distance people, the more and more chances of the spread coming down. And as it comes down and there is no possibility for the virus to spread wildly, fast, very effectively, there is a natural decay and death of the virus or the elimination of the virus that can take place. So it's a very logical kind of a thing. And of course, not very surprising that many of the Indian customs and traditions of practices of washing hands and washing legs before you enter the house and all that is being talked about as very positive kind of cultural habits today. But let's keep it on the side right now. The more important thing, the response, qualitative, quick response of the government itself. And not just the central government. And I, being in Tamil Nadu, I want to appreciate Edappadi Palaniswamy sir and his cabinet members for really dealing with the situation with that level of seriousness and efficiency that the central government is wanting to bring in. There is focus, there is no distraction, there is no politicalizing of issues. So the government has done so many things in line with what is required to meet such a situation, and just like the central government has done all that is possible to make sure that the health concerns of the citizens are addressed. I think the Tamil Nadu government has also done a terrific job. And then comes my appreciation for the common man. Every one of you who have made sure that this day we observe with so much of self-control and self-discipline. Discipline of socially distancing. It's very important to do this social distancing because this particular illness spreads through virus, and that spreading happens because of social contacts, common contacts, and the best way therefore to reduce that is to create separation, isolation, which means the virus will not have the opportunity to spread, in which case it will go through some natural deterioration and elimination, which will lead to the stoppage of the disease itself or the illness itself. So that's what we need to be working towards, and so I'm very happy that the citizens of Chennai, of Tamil Nadu, of India are doing a great job of being so disciplined and committing to follow the necessary self-control that is required to support the government initiative. But as I say this, I also feel a deep sense of regret saying that, but do you require a coronavirus to come and teach you and us self-discipline? Why do we become very good, socially concerned, responsible human beings only during terrible times? If an opposition country, or let us say a Pakistan, starts a war, then Bharat Mata Ki Jai. Everybody has patriotism oozing out. A huge flood comes, a huge cyclone happens, Chennai gets flooded. Everybody is pouring out with sympathy, support, social help. Suddenly a whole lot of people become volunteers. Good, very necessary for difficult times. But do you require your humanness to come alive only during a cyclone and flooding? Coronavirus, everybody has got to keep a safe distance, and therefore you got to restrict yourself in terms of your movement around. Stay back in the house, and we are all willing to be very controllable. Rest of the times, what happens to you? What happens to me? What happens to all of us? Take a simple example, discipline related to traffic and being on the road. Educated, the biggest of cars, whatever. What is the kind of thing that you see? How many people do you see breaking the signals? How many people do you see even when it is red? When they observe around and see that not much of movement is happening, they are going across the red signal. How many people do you see overtaking from the wrong side? How many people do you see not wearing the helmets? How many people do you see not wearing the seat belts inside the cars? How many people do you see carrying the whole family, 3, 4 people, and riding two-wheelers? How many people do you see spitting across? How many people do you see parking at turning points, parking perpendicular to the road? How many people do you see just because there is a wall available and your bladder is full, just get down from their vehicle, stand there, zip open, and they urinate? How many people do you see? All are common men. Most of them are also, by the way, educated. All of them are supposed to be responsible citizens. They exercise their choice of voting. They exercise their choice of many things which are given as rights. Rights without responsibility? Why is this country, after 65, 70 years, 75 years, why does this country need to be in such a state? Why does this state of Tamil Nadu, why is this city of Chennai has to be in such a state where the individual is utterly indifferent to the common good? That includes you, that includes me. We are the problem. Let's get it very clear. The individual is the epicenter for social malady. We need to change. I might have said some of these things aggressively. My tonality would have been very harsh. That's because I'm deeply concerned and I'm even hurt. Why should you be forced, threatened towards discipline? Why should any citizen, because of control, because of strictures, become a disciplined person and not by himself a disciplined person? I think it's time for us to change. I think it's time for us to become different kind of people related to social responsibility. We are the society. I think this feeling needs to come. We are the society. We are the state. We are the country. We are the world. Not just lyrics of some beautiful song. That is the truth. That's our culture. That's our belief system of India. Aham Brahmasmi. I am the universe. And if you are the universe, the earth is part of the universe. India is part of this earth, this world. And if you are Tamil Nadu, you are part of India. And if you are Chennai, you are part of Tamil Nadu. And if you are Thiruvanmiyur, if you are Kottivakam, you are part of that Chennai. And if I am in Venkateshwara Nagar, in the 18th street, in 17 bar A, I am part of this Venkateshwara Nagar Kottivakam. I am part of the universe, which means I am the universe. Do you say my little finger and different from my big body? Your finger is part of the body, right? Fundamental, common sense. If you know that your little finger is part of the totality called your body, why would you not think that you as a citizen is part of the overall structure called society, overall structure called the state, a country, the whole universe? An integrated system depends on every part. An integrated society depends on every single individual citizen. When majority of them, most of them start having the right perspective, society becomes a better. My dear friends, it's opportunity for us to know the power that we can have to bring in a great society, to transform this society, to transform the city, the state of Tamil Nadu, and contribute to the transformation of India, the great potential nation. Please, let's not miss this opportunity. Change has to begin with us. Transformation has got to begin with individuals. Samadhana Bheda Danda. Dharma is the right principle at 4 levels. Sama, Dana, Bheda, Danda. Nicely tell people to follow the rules. If they still don't, tell them with the tonality of an elder brother to follow the rules. Advise them. If they still don't, if necessary, pick our argument and say, no, that's not acceptable. Bheda, I have a difference with you. I don't agree to what you're doing. Otherwise, Danda. Punitive action, restrictive action, restraining action. Report to the police, report to the authorities with evidence. That's it. Discipline means enabling and ensuring doing the right things, at the same time preventing and prohibiting doing the wrong things. Let's build this theory of discipline into ourselves. If today we have learned that we as a society can be reasonably well disciplined, let's make it as our daily practice of living. If you and I don't choose to make that as our personal commitment, if you and I do not convert this into accountability and ownership, this atmosphere, this context belongs to me. If I'm part of it, I'm part of the problem and I'm part of the solution too. Let's become solution oriented. Let's become far more sensitive and responsible, please. Let's become a much better society by becoming much more personally accountable and having a sense of ownership. Please, let's build a much better society. Let's be the change that we want to see in the world. For ourselves and for the children of tomorrow, let's make this world a much better world. Please, let's begin with much greater self-discipline. All right? All the very best. Love you.